What's up, guys, and welcome to the Back 40 podcast. I'm Nick with my co-hosts Dayton and Alex. Andy actually isn't here this week. Isn't that right, guys?
Yeah, we miss you, Andy.
We do miss you, Andy. So this episode, I want to go ahead and throw it out there right now. Spoiler alert episode, 100%. So we're getting off of the Marvel vs. DC train for a week, at least. And we're going to switch the boat over to movie review. Yep. And that's why I say that. Yeah, that's right. That's why I say huge spoiler alert if you have not seen the new Top Gun.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen the new Top Gun, pause this episode right now, go watch it, and then come back.
Or if you don't care and you're okay with hearing the review,
some people just don't care.
Keep listening.
Yes. If you just want to know about the movie right now without watching it, this is the episode for you.
Yes. Some people just don't have 2.5 hours to spare. So
that's true.
This may be good for those type of people.
That is very true. You're going to get the entire Top Gun movie
it had been
in a half hour.
Yeah. We better not have 2.5 hours to spare.
God.
It had been a while since we had done a movie review. I think the last one we did was the new Scream movie. So that was obviously a couple months ago at least, back when it was Andy's theme. But we wanted to do a movie review, and being that Andy isn't here, we didn't want to do the Marvel vs. DC topic again because he really enjoys that topic and enjoys talking about that kind of stuff. So kind of killing two birds with one stone with this episode and just doing a movie review because we all went to see it together while we were in Bama. So we all have seen the movie, and we thought we could just throw together a little review for y'all to listen to, and that would be a good filler episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So I don't know who wants to go first. Nick, how about you go first?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
All
Just
right.
give it like a 1 to 10 rating overall.
Oh, easy. 10 being best.
Yeah, definitely. 10.
Wow.
10 being best. It's an easy answer, Dayton, and let me tell you why. Is because not only did this movie point out some banger moments of the original movie, and they played it so well into the new one, which was, I can't remember how many years later. It was at least what
The guy behind us said he waited 35 years for this. I don't know how accurate it was, but he said 35 years.
I'll get on that stat.
All right, you get on that stat. Yeah, funny story about that. There was a touching moment in one of the scenes, and I think we were in the theater, and everybody was just having a good time. Everybody in the theater was laughing and crying and making jokes here and there. And so it got to this real serious and sappy moment, and Alex said, "All right, y'all stop crying." And the guy behind us said, "I waited 35 years for this. I'll cry if I want to."
That actually happened.
It wasn't off by much. 36 years.
36 years.
Wow.
Yep.
So it has been 36 years since the first one.
Yeah. And
yes,
they intertwined it so well into the new movie with Rooster. Oh my gosh.
For sure.
Like, holy crap. That was stupid good. Especially the scene where he's playing Great Balls of Fire on the piano in the bar. Flashback to the first movie when they were doing that, and like the bar was like completely empty. It was just them.
Yeah.
Like, but this time the bar has grown, and like it's like the place to go. Like, everybody in that freaking town is there at that bar, and they are freaking hopping.
Yep.
Like, I freaking love it. Gave me goosebumps.
So you give a 10 out of 10, Nick?
I give a strong 10 out of 10.
All right. Well, I think I know what Alex is going to say, but Alex, what is your rating?
Oh, it's 10 out of 10.
Oh, it's 10 out of 10.
Why is that?
I think it's a great movie, man. I mean, like, it's just like Nick said, there was good, intertwined into both of the old movies and new movies. Like, I really like how, Richard played the piano, I thought that was cool. And Goose played the piano, that's cool. I like how the movie went kind of like it would sneak in things from the old movie into the new movie. Like, if you're not paying attention, you kind of miss it, But I like the movie a lot. I love the special effects that they didn't have in the 80s that they have now, which has really enhanced the movie.
Yes.
So, I'll be honest with you. I didn't know, like, how... I've always wondered, like... I've never, ever thought to just stop and look it up. How, like, fighter jets, like, shoot off of that little runway. And when they did it in the movie, that was awesome. Like, they just pull up that concrete wall, hook to it, and then they just give it the gas until they've got enough to shoot off that bad boy. And that's crazy. It's awesome. I love it, man. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Also, I
like how that Tom Cruise looks exactly the same as it did in 1982.
The man doesn't age.
I don't like that at all. Whatever fountain of youth this man has found, I think it's unfair that I don't have access to it.
This dude's like, what, 60 now?
He got at least.
Okay.
At least.
I'll get on that.
It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Get on that stat. Because the girl that was in the original movie, she didn't. Whatever happened to Tom didn't happen to her.
Oh Lord, no, she didn't find the fountain of youth. Yeah. See, so Katie actually, I took her to watch it, and my dad on Father's Day. We all went and watched it, and Katie was like, when it showed the new love interest, she was like, "Is that the same girl?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Why is it not the same girl?" I'm like, "Cause the original one doesn't look too great."
This is why. Here's a picture of her.
All right. So as of today, June 22nd, 2022, Tom Cruise is 59 years old.
Wow.
So he's knocking on 60's door for sure.
Bro, let me tell you something. Let me tell you who in the movie does not look the same and looks awful. Val Kilmer.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's sick.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about, like, if you look up Val Kilmer, like, today, the man's 62 years old. Dude looks awful.
No, I mean, he's sick in real life.
Oh.
He like legitimately has throat cancer.
Oh, I thought you were just saying, like, he was sick in the movie. I was like, I know.
No, I was gonna get to that in my review, but he legitimately in real life is having issues with his throat and stuff. Yeah, so part of my review was that I think it's really cool that they still included him and they found a way for him to be able to have his part and talk. Because, I mean, the health issues that they talk about in the movie, he's actually dealing with those.
That's crazy. I did not know that, bro.
Yeah. They killed him. Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird, being that he's dealing with the same thing, and then in the movie he just dies. It's like, wow, okay.
I know. I was like, man.
Well, Val, we know you're sick, but we're gonna bring you on and kill you off, okay?
Yeah, we're going to end it for you.
God.
But anyway, yeah, I thought that was really cool. I guess I give it a 10 out of 10. I mean, I don't want to be the outlier. I don't see anything wrong with it. I usually hold 10 out of 10s for incredibly good movies, but I'm not as acquainted with the original as y'all are.
Even if you're not.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic movie.
Like,
it was a fantastic movie.
It's definitely, you can go stand alone and watch the movie. You just won't know about Val, and well, you will, but you'll just think, oh, well, Admiral's dying.
I strongly encourage anyone who hasn't seen this yet, and if you're listening to this, I strongly encourage you have to watch the first one before you see this one. I mean, I guess you don't have to. They are separate stories, but a lot of the things that get snuck in, like we were talking about, you have to know that from the first one to pick up on those things. So, like, I made Katie watch it before we went and saw the new one.
Like, realistically, let's be honest. There's probably a bunch of dudes listening to us right now because after that thread of posts on Facebook of Miles Teller, that one beach shot of him.
Oh yeah, where he's dancing.
Every lady went and watched that immediately. Fellas,
Bro, there's TikToks of that just on repeat.
Yeah.
That I've seen.
Fellas, don't feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't look like that either. That's fine.
That's all. Just don't feel bad.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
That's fine. I'm doing all right.
No, I'm fine.
I mean, I get to eat honey buns. He doesn't.
I get to eat honey buns.
Exactly. Anyway, yeah, so, I mean, a lot of the same reasons y'all talked about is the reasons why I love the movie. They did bring in some of the aspects from the old film, and a lot of those linked up with some things in the new one, and I really enjoyed that. I also enjoyed the whole character and story arc of Rooster being Goose's son.
Yep.
And how Rooster had issues with Maverick because of what happened to Goose. And then you find out a little bit more about that entire story because you don't really know in the first one what happened to Rooster's mom. Like you get a scene of her not in good health, but we don't know what happened. And then you get another explanation of what happened to Goose as well, so you understand why Rooster feels the way he feels. And then you find out that Maverick pulled his papers, and that set him back 4 years in training. So that's another layer that they have to get through in the movie to overcome, and that made for a good story arc. And then they end up helping each other in the end. It's really cool, really cool. A fantastic movie. Like the rewatch value on this is very high because I watched it again and had just as much of an emotional connection to the movie as I did the first time.
100%. Now, I don't mean to bring up the same scene that I was just talking about a moment ago, but further than just Miles Teller shirtless, that whole scene though, where Tom Cruise's, aka Maverick, his bosses / instructors were telling him, look, you gotta make these guys act like a team in order for this entire operation to work. Which, in anything in life, obviously, that's pretty much what you got to do.
Yeah.
But I loved how the producers, the story writers, used football to build this team of pilots.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It's really cool. I mean, it's like an all-American movie. I mean, and you gotta give props to that being what it is. Obviously it's about one of the branches of military that we have, and then that scene where they use football to kind of bring everybody together and create a team environment. It's really cool.
Yeah, I loved it. I love football anyway.
I also like football.
No, I also like football. Yeah, Atlanta Braves are great.
Yeah, they are.
It's my favorite football team.
Yeah.
Too bad they don't play football.
I was hoping that would make him mad. Like, they're not football!
That's all. You're right.
Anyway, so does anybody else have any more in-depth thoughts about the movie other than just a short review that we have going?
Well, if I may speak freely.
Yeah.
Well, let me just put it out there. Jennifer Connelly was hot in this movie.
I will not disagree.
I'm sorry, Tanea.
Oh, I gotta check the surroundings.
I mean,
It just is what it is. I mean, look, if you said Miles Teller was hot in the movie, I mean, okay, I get it.
if you said Tom Cruise was hot in the movie, I ain't gonna
Look, I get
be
it.
mad at you.
They're ripped. They got they got millions of more dollars than I do. I get it.
I'll put it to you this way. So you said Tom Cruise is 59.
Correct.
All right. I'm 22, and I'm not in that good shape. Okay? So I can understand someone being like, that's an attractive man. So, and yeah, also Jennifer Connelly being attractive in this movie, this kind of has to happen because she's the love interest. So
Right.
that,
No.
I mean, anyway, I don't think anybody would be mad about that.
Well, if they are, you can just talk to me.
He will try to convince you.
I'll be that guy that sets up a table and a sign with a cup of coffee in my hand saying, Jennifer Connelly is hot, changed my mind.
Oh goodness!
I don't think you're gonna have an argument with anybody.
I don't think I'm gonna have anybody stop at my table.
I wouldn't argue. I'm just saying.
I might have a bunch of guys pass me and be like, that's a fact.
It slaps pretty hard.
Hey, that slaps pretty hard. That's a fact right there, brother.
Oh, Seamus. Yeah, I mean, and while you're on that subject, I'll bring up one of the heartbreaking moments where they're not heartbreaking. It's just kind of a touching moment where Jennifer Connelly's daughter finds Maverick jumping out of her window because they're trying to get away, and she says she has to set an example to her daughter. She can't be bringing home guys on the first date, whatever. And then her daughter actually sees him jump out of the window, and she says, everybody laughed at that moment, but then she says, just don't break her heart again. Oh my goodness.
You talk about like a smile dropping off your face.
100%, because we all knew that something was going to happen funny because there's Tom Cruise jumping out of a window, and then you see his daughter, and we all laugh, and we're like, yeah, you didn't get away that easy. But then she says that, and it's like, okay, break my heart for a minute, why don't you?
Oh, that just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, another moment, I kind of want to... Go ahead, Alex, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I was just going to say it was a good movie.
Fantastic movie. Another moment I kind of want to highlight is that, like I said, the Rooster and Maverick have this whole arc through the entire story that they're at odds for the reasons that I already talked about. And then in one of the biggest scenes, it looks as if Maverick has died because he sacrificed himself so that Rooster wouldn't get shot by an enemy plane. And then Rooster goes back and helps him. Mm-hmm. And that is like, oh my gosh. And that was another just like
there's a few moments
heartstrings kind of moment.
There's a few moments in this movie where you think that they're going to die.
There's like at 3 different points the movie could have ended.
Mm-hmm. Number one being what you just described. Mm-hmm. When Maverick sacrifices himself for Rooster, or makes it look like he's sacrificing himself for Rooster, which,
right,
in kind of a fact, he does.
He does.
But then Rooster goes back. Like, there's a moment where you're seeing Rooster in the cockpit, and obviously it's a scene where it's making it look like he's making a decision whether or not to go back and help him, which he does. Mm-hmm. And then there's kind of a comical moment when Rooster actually catches up to him in this wintry woods kind of thing, and he's like, "Hey, you okay?" And then all of a sudden, Maverick just freaking like linebacker shoves him.
He's absolutely
knocks him straight on the ground. And he's like, "Are you crazy?
What are you doing?"
So they hijack and steal like this dinosaur fighter jet off the island
F-18.
that they're on. Yeah. And they
Correct.
hightail it out of there. But soon after that, they're already being put in a position where it's looking like they're gonna die again.
Because they ran out of bullets, they ran out of flares, everything.
And so that happens, and they're being tailed by this enemy pilot. And I mean, dude is like on the rocket button to shoot rockets.
Like they're about to die.
Like they are fixing to die. Then all of a sudden, here comes another. Bam! Blows him out of the sky. And he's like, "You're welcome."
Yep.
What was his name?
His name was Hangman.
Hangman.
Yeah,
Hangman just comes out of nowhere.
Blows the enemy pilot up.
Like the most arrogant dude in the whole movie, and just out of nowhere comes and freaking saves the day. And he's like, "You're welcome."
No, literally, his exact words, just to talk about how arrogant he was in the movie, his exact words were, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is your savior speaking."
Oh my god.
That. One of my favorite parts, and it's like just so Maverick, is when they had supposedly just fired Maverick, and told him he can't come back, and then whatever, and they're all in the room, the briefing room, and they're like, this is the new plan and this is the new time, and they're like, we'll never make it on that time, and yada yada. Well, and then out of nowhere, it's just, here comes Maverick and an F-16 or whatever, just about to go right through the course.
Yeah.
He sets it for I think like 2 seconds,
2.5 minutes,
2.5 minutes, which is faster than they were practicing at it, and he just like does the whole thing, goes through it, just like nails it.
No, I'm sorry. They were practicing it at 2.5 minutes. He set it for 2 minutes 15 seconds.
Yeah, 2 minutes 15 seconds.
So
that's just so good. It's just so like a Maverick thing.
Oh,
Something
absolutely. So not to back. Go ahead.
It was just like him showing them, hey, this can be done in even less time than I charted out for.
Right.
So speaking of speed, right? I don't mean to backtrack into the movie, but I don't want to forget the beginning of the movie where I think it's a prototype or something where like this giant, just supersonic jet that was made. And the goal, Maverick's goal, was to get this thing to reach Mach 10. And I don't know, so when that was said in the movie, I did a little research and math, and Mach 10 is roughly about 11,000 miles an hour.
That's so gosh. That is so.
You talk about stupid speed. Like, oh my gosh. 11,000 miles an hour. Roughly.
No, that is moving it, bro.
That is bucking.
And then he crashes and wanders into the town that he lands in. Walks in, chugs a glass of water, and
this is a
he
jug
looks
of
around,
water.
Says, "Where am I?" And the little boy eating a bowl of cereal on the table below him was like, "Earth." I thought that was hilarious.
This man's got like dust all over him and everything.
Where am I? Earth.
Earth.
Oh my gosh. But
There's a Martian come up in this diner.
It's a Martian. But yeah, 11,000 miles an hour roughly. I can't even imagine. That's stupid.
No.
Do you know that they actually they put those actors through G training, like zero gravity training?
G-force training? Absolutely.
Yeah, like they actually had to experience what 10G would do to your body.
And hang on, y'all talk while I do some math here.
Okay. Yeah. So
Or
anyway,
don't.
they actually had to go through that training, and one of the guys, or actually a lot of them, when they went through the 10G, Mach 10 training, a lot of them would throw up directly after, just because of how much pressure it puts on your body and the decompressing that goes on afterward. That is insane.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what it would do like fat people, like me.
I'd probably die.
I probably would too.
I can't imagine. I mean, the way they describe it in the movie,
my guts.
the way they describe it in the movie, it's like your skull is crushing your spine, and you have to fight for every little glimpse of consciousness that you have, because everything in your body is telling you just to pass out. Tom Cruise is in good shape, and that put him through the ringer. I don't know what it would do to someone who wasn't in good shape. Like I said, I'd probably die.
That hill they had to do was 9 G's, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough.
I mean, straight up too. Straight up. That
And,
is.
and even some of them in the movie passed out while doing it.
Yeah.
One of them did. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they made it part of the story
Mm-hmm.
because of how intense it is. Nick, are you?
Oh, I'm still
What
here.
math you got going on?
Still trying to do math.
Oh Lord, Nick. What math takes that long, man?
Well, we're talking about Nick, so.
Wow.
You're
Thanks.
trying to see how fast you can get from Alabama to Hong Kong at 11,000 miles an hour?
I can't stand you.
Let's do some simple
Maybe.
addition. I got a teacher. How far is Hong Kong?
If I start digging right now, how long?
Yeah. If I start digging right now, how long do you think it'd take me to go there? Direct.
Okay,
They don't have
it
walking
keeps giving me
directions for
it keeps
Hong
giving me pound force, and I'm not that smart, so I don't know what pound force means. Let me see if I can get it converted into a different math. Hang on.
Oh, let's see here.
Have you caught up with Kenobi yet, Alex?
I have finished Kenobi.
You finished Kenobi. I haven't even finished yet. I haven't watched episode 6.
Oh man, it's good. It's real good. How come when I pull Hong Kong up that it doesn't give me how many miles it is away from me? Yeah, that makes 0 sense.
Your phone is like, I know you're not going to travel there. I think I'm going to give you the miles.
You don't know that. All right.
My son.
So it's 8,000 miles from Alabama to Hong Kong
So it would take less than an hour.
to get from
Okay.
Alabama to Hong Kong.
All right, check this out.
No. It would take about 8 hours still. What? How many miles per hour did you say it was going? Like 1,100?
11,000.
11,000.
11. Oh, so yeah, less than an hour. Less than
Yeah.
an hour. Like 2/3 of an hour.
Do we even have that kind of technology right now?
Apparently.
All right, so check this out. So just go ahead and
Fighter
throwing
jet.
this out there. 9 G's of force, G-force, is equivalent to 2,000 pounds.
That's a lot.
So imagine just that sitting on your chest.
Yeah, there's no way.
Or like on your spine. On your spine.
There's no way.
And having to fight through it because you got to pilot a plane.
Yeah. Yeah, you still got to make it over that hill and then go
Right.
down.
Right.
Yeah, they had to stay at a certain level to not trigger the missiles.
Yeah. Dude, that's insane.
All right, so we do not have an airplane that goes Mach 10.
I made a mistake.
Oh, Seamus.
Mach 10 is 7,672,000.691 miles per hour.
Okay, so you were only off by like 4,000.
Yeah, which is
So,
kind of fast.
I mean, it would take
Yeah.
to get from Alabama to Hong Kong. It would still just take barely over an hour.
Yep.
Which is insane because it's the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Literally.
So, on November 16th, 2004, NASA made history by launching the X-43A, the first ever air-breathing hypersonic vehicle into the atmosphere, achieving Mach 10 speed.
I was just reading that. NASA?
Yep.
Yeah, NASA's X-43. Yeah.
Yep. The X-43A separated from its booster and accelerated on scramjet power at nearly 10 times the speed of sound, in parentheses 7,000 miles per hour, at roughly 110,000 feet.
So you're telling me that Mach 10 is faster than the speed of sound?
Oh, it's 10 times faster.
10 times faster than the speed of
Mach
sound.
Mach 1 is the speed of sound.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So, okay.
You just heard me talk. Just 10 times faster than that.
So, have you ever have you ever seen videos where it's a video of a military jet flying in the air, and then there's like this little circular thing kind of appears in the back of it, kind of like a white little mass that appears on the back of it, and then there's just a giant boom that happens when it does. That is
I think I've
that
seen
is the
something like
jet breaking the sound barrier.
Yes.
So it's going
insane.
faster than the speed of sound.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah. This thing went 10 times faster than that.
It did that 10 times.
Yeah. I don't even know, like, to be honest, going 10 times faster than the speed of sound, I don't even know if you'd see it.
You probably wouldn't. If you blink, you'd miss it for sure.
That, and it'd probably disintegrate you when it went past you.
Right.
Like,
Right.
realistically, I don't see how, if you were within a certain range of something going 10 times the speed of sound, that you would survive it if it went past you.
The wind would just pick you up and take you with it.
Like, I really feel like if you were within a certain range of it, it'd kill you.
Be like the worst tornado of your life.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, do you think it would like instantly vaporize you though?
I mean, I could be completely wrong. I'm not a scientist, nor am I a smart man, but I don't know. That's
But he knows what
that's
love
just
is.
my theory. But I know what love is.
I want to know what love is. When I know. I want you to show.
I'm gonna start making a bunch of memes for the back 40.
I've got a meme generator. That's how I
Do
made
you
the
really?
first couple. Yeah.
We need to make one for like with the Dos Equis guy. Like, I don't always listen to the back 40, but when I do.
Did you just say Dos
It's just the
Equis?
speed of Mach 10.
Yeah.
Is it not Dos Equis?
No, it's Dos Equis.
He said Dos Equis.
It's not Dos Equis. Then you're saying those are keys.
Tomatoes. Like,
I mean, tomato, potato. What are you going to do?
completely
Potato,
two different
tomato.
things. But potato,
Exactly.
tomato, apple.
I mean, tomato, potato salad. It's
Apple. I want a green apple. Granny's apple.
Malk? You're saying malt?
Give me a glass of malt, Josh.
Bring out the malt, Josh.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
I'm so glad y'all remember those videos.
Oh, we talk
really
about
do.
them all the time. man.
Oh, have y'all talked about the
Can't forget about
brother, drink my hot Kool-Aid?
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
You
Tate,
haven't
you haven't
talked
seen
about-
that one?
I don't think I have.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
I'll tell you what we do talk about. It's Stone Cold at the White Castle, and when Stone Cold Steve Austin comes to the White Castle, I want a double cheeseburger.
I want a double cheeseburger, a little bit of cheese, a little mustard, a little onion. Right that before I whoop somebody's butt.
And that's the
And that's
bottom
the
line.
bottom line.
So funny.
Oh my
What'd you
god.
say, E.T.? What? What'd you say, E.T.? What? I said I want one.
And that's the bottom line.
Oh my gosh.
Stone Cold Steve Austin goes to White Castle.
Well,
Oh my gosh. I
starting
think
to get off here.
that's about all we got to talk about, I think. At least for this
What are you trying to
episode.
think Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you said
I think we wrapped up.
All right. Well, Andy couldn't be here for this one, but he's going to make it for the next one. So be looking forward to that.
better.
But for this week, on behalf of the Back 40, I'm Nick,
I'm Alex.
And I'm Dayton.
and we'll catch you on the next episode of the Back 40. See you guys.
Holla.
Hello.
What's up, guys? Nick here from the Back 40 Podcast. Don't forget to go follow us on our Facebook page, the Back 40 Podcast, and give us a follow on our Instagram page at the Back 40 Official. We also have a YouTube channel called the Back 40 Podcast. Subscribe and hit that bell so that you get notified when a new episode gets uploaded. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you on the next episode of the Back 40.
Don't miss the Back 40 podcast. New episodes each Monday.